It's time for AEW All In predictions. And yeah, this asshole's back.
Let's do this.
Welcome to the Wrestling Council. Welcome to the Wrestling Council. I'm your host, Comic Book Bob, joined, thank God, this week by my good friend Hollywood Frank.
It wouldn't be TWC without me. Yeah.
Here every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, talk about all the news in wrestling. You can also follow us on social media, from below. It's also in the description. Give us a follow. Hang out with us. And yeah, 4 days away from the second biggest show in AEW's history. It'll be a good show. The build's been kind of weird.
Rob's favorite number.
Yep.
Woo! 4.
Woo! But we're gonna go over all of that, all of the any other news that we feel relevant, and whatever else you guys want to talk about. But so what happened last week, man? Yeah, just had work.
Yeah, I was gone. I was gone over the weekend. I had fantasy football draft Saturday, Sunday. Well, Sunday I had to drive out for Saturday, and yeah, I only get 2 days off a week, so was gone the weekend. Had to work Tuesday.
Yep. Well, definitely missed you. It was an off week, man.
Of course, I wasn't there. It's going to be off.
Yeah. But it happens. Johnny did a good job of getting me back on track.
Where's Johnny Dangerously at?
He'll be showing up at some point, I'm sure. But just wait here for a minute here before as everyone trickles in. But while we're doing that, go ahead and check in with the chat real quick. Big Daddy was first. He said, "Hey yo, Big Daddy."
Hey yo.
Appreciate you being here. The Guardian of Chaos guys, definitely check out Big Daddy. His channel is awesome. Go learn from the original learning tree. Chris Jericho can suck the pipe. He stole that. Malicito said, "Sup, people? What's up, Malicito? Appreciate you being here, man. Be safe driving, because I know you are."
Sup?
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 Hello.
What's up?
What's up?
Appreciate you being here, man. And Miss Saren checking in early said, "Good evening, Miss Saren. Hope everything's well." But so did you watch wrestling last week?
Yeah,
I know you're
and some this week.
Yep. There's some good stuff, man. Really, I'm really starting to get into the Randy Gunther match that's going to happen at Bash at Berlin.
I don't mind it. It's just, why do we have a draft? Or sorry, why do they have a draft if they're going to let people just bounce back and forth?
Yeah,
Orton's a SmackDown guy, not a Raw guy. Orton should be challenging Cody Rhodes, not Gunther.
Well, Johnny said, "Mom's got a doctor's appointment. We're making the trip. See y'all next week." No problem, Johnny. Be careful, guys. Prayers for your mom, and yeah, just be safe, brother. So it's just me and you. Oh my god. That means we can use we can actually use the original overlay. But no, dude, I look, man, at this point, it's a soft brand split. We know that for a fact. Whenever they need somebody, they're just gonna move them around and everything. I'm okay with it at this point.
Yeah.
Is it kind of stupid? Yeah, but
it's stupid having a draft then if you're going to allow that.
What do you want me to tell you, dude? it is what it is, man.
When you're drafted on a team in any sport, you can't just next week I'm just going to go play for these guys. It doesn't happen. There's no trade involved.
What do you want me to tell you?
Then don't do the draft. It's dumb if you're not going to stick to it.
It is what it is, man. It's been like this forever. So, but anyway, go ahead and get going here, and we're going to get started, of course, with our favorite segment, a little something we call I still can't believe we haven't gotten a copyright strike for that. The good, the bad, and the ugly.
You're barely doing anything with it. It's not like you're playing the whole thing.
Like that freaking matters, dude. You know how it is, man. But hey, we'll do it until we can't. But this week it is all that guy. Starting off, what you got, brother? What's your GBU?
Let's see. All in this week, so we'll see how that goes. We'll talk about that later. So I'm not even gonna dive into that with my GBU because we could talk about that later. By good, I am. Yes, please drop an elbow on that like button, please. But I like what they're finally doing with Bronson Reed.
Yes.
What he did with Seth Rollins, take him out. What he did with R-Truth. And then he's with Miz this week. Finally, hopefully to give him the push that he deserves. Finally. Why it took so long, I don't understand. He was with Sheamus or other guys just getting beat a couple weeks ago, and maybe they're finally doing something with him. Now I know Braun Strowman came out. Maybe they're putting those two guys together next week, which should be fine. Getting those big hosses slapping the meat around the ring, I'm fine with that.
Yep.
But kudos to Bronson Reed for getting some kind of program going for him. He deserves it. Because as you said, and we've said before, guys like that are better off in E than they are in AEW because Tony Khan doesn't know what to do with big men.
Nope. And I'm really worried that he's about to add another one, and he ain't going to know what the hell to do with him.
I think Bronson Reed would get lost in the shuffle if he was in AEW right now.
Oh, 100%. Especially I'm really worried that it's probably more than likely that Bobby Lashley is going to AEW.
I was reading that he wanted to do something Japan and something with Bloodsport first.
Well,
before he went to AEW.
And I can understand that, but the thing is that he can sign with AEW and still do that.
He can.
So,
but if I was Tony Khan, I would not want to sign him and be paying him money if you sign him and he gets hurt and then he's out for a year or 6 months. I'd rather let him do whatever he wants to do with Bloodsport and Japan, and then obviously let him know the contract's there when he wants to come over, but I would not rush to sign him.
Yeah, I think him and MVP they copywrote a version of the Hurt Business.
Yeah,
they call it the Hurt Syndicate, I think is what it's called.
I think so.
So they're and they're looking to reform that whole thing, which makes sense because it was ridiculously over, and then Vince killed it. So,
whether you want to believe MVP or not, the Hurt Business was supposed to have the Bloodline storyline or whatever gimmick going. I don't know how much of that I believe, because you can only go so far with the Hurt Business.
Yeah, it's what the hell? Interesting. There it is. All right. I was trying to make sure that we're broadcasting on X, and we are. and I couldn't find it for a minute there though. So
Yeah.
but anyway,
But that's my good. It was Bronson Reed. The bad is as good as Bronson Reed is, I could care less about whatever they call themselves, Shayna Baszler, Sonya Deville, and cripe.
Oh, yeah, and Zoe
Starks.
Yeah,
I could care less about that trio, honestly. They don't move the needle for me, and to me, it's just bathroom break time when they're on TV.
yeah, it's not great. Well, it's some weird name. The Pure Fusion Collective,
Something like that.
something like that. And I'm like, what?
They've never used Shayna Baszler and Sonya Deville right.
No.
Zoe Stark still has a long time coming in, but the other two just never used them right. Shayna Baszler should just be a monster and go through people.
Yep.
Same thing with Sonya Deville. She has a MMA background, and they should just two of them should have run roughshod. Should have been multiple time champions, tag champions, singles champions, whatever. But for whatever reason, the Queen of Spades and the other two have just not been used the way they should be.
Yeah, it's outside of Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley, the AEW Women's Division is pretty all over the place. I mean, WWE's Women's Division is pretty slapdash.
And where's Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill and all this?
Dude, Jade Cargill, she's been non-existent. I'm starting to wonder if she's injured or something.
I mean, I thought Bianca Belair was the next big thing. Like she was going to be the next Charlotte Flair with this company, and it's like she's hardly been used lately.
Yeah, and that whole thing, like I said, man, I don't know what's going on with WWE's Women's Division. Like I said, outside of Rhea and Liv, it's just been kind of a secondary concern.
Yeah, and then you got Charlotte coming back in 2 months, a little over 2 months. She's supposed to be back sometime in November.
Yeah, but the thing is what are they going to do with her? I mean, they still got arguably one of the best women's division or the best women's division in wrestling, but it doesn't mean a damn thing if you don't do shit with it.
Nope.
So, but Malacita said the good OG Psychosis was put in the AAA Hall of Fame. Yeah, I saw that. The bad Cody being second to the Bloodline. The ugly, the fake Psychosis losing his mask, not a handsome fellow. Come on, man. This dude can't help it. But yeah, good GBU, man.
No, I didn't do my ugly. My ugly. Shit. Where I want to go. It's not ugly. I'm gonna skip ugly and just go. Unfortunately, we had another passing away. You talked about Kevin Sullivan last week, and now we've got
Alpha
and Sika now. But Alpha passing away. So another prominent Samoan, unfortunately, no longer with us. And
he's with his brother.
Yep.
But
so no ugly for me. Just unfortunately, it's like I said, Kevin Sullivan, the Taskmaster last week, and then Alpha this week. So
yeah, like I said about the Kevin Sullivan, he's one of those guys. He's one of those names that doesn't immediately come up with like like, one of those people that you would put on your Mount Rushmore. Not, but dude had a massive impact on the professional wrestling world. Massive impact. He was
Yeah.
in the NWA for how long? For a long time.
I mean, you got guys like Hogan, Flair, you put up there,
Yeah.
but they wouldn't be there without guys like Kevin Sullivan.
Nope. And like I said, I came in with him, like I remember him from the varsity club days with Mike Rotunda and Scott's and Rick Steiner.
Yeah.
And then later on, Rick went out and Dr. Dusty Williams came in.
Yeah. But guys like Kevin Sullivan, Dusty Rhodes, you wouldn't have these guys being as good, being as prominent as you would without those guys being back there helping them.
Yeah.
And then being bookers back there helping them as well. So
yeah. Just one of those guys that had a massive fingerprint on the professional wrestling world. Like I put him in the same category as like what Dusty did with NXT, or what Tommy Dreamer does now. Like Tommy Dreamer arguably has had much bigger impact behind the scenes than he had in the ring. And he was a big deal in ECW. He was a pretty prominent wrestler during his time. But the guy's had his hands in so many things, so many dealings behind the scenes and at Impact and TNA. So, yeah. But rest in peace, Alpha. And like I said, the brothers are together again.
Yep.
Okay, my good. All right, this is gonna be an interesting. I like this. Okay, I know that this drives the IWC absolutely freaking crazy. I know they lose their shit arguing with each other. WWE counter programming versus AEW. I like it because this is how we've said for a while that at least for like the last year and a half, AEW has been kind of they're on a slide.
Yeah.
And they need to adapt. They need to adapt to this new version of WWE that's being run by Triple H. This is how that happens. We said this back when Cody first left. This is going to be the test of whether or not Tony Khan can sack up and he can build towards the future. And we said that it's looking like there were cracks forming, and that's definitely the case. This forces them to get better. Competition forces you to get better. So they just announced another show they're counter programming against AEW's World End back in December, this December 28th. WWE is going to be running a show on the exact same day in the exact same city. And of course, you've got people in the IWC that are like crying about it and everything. I'm like, no. How long did everybody say that? WWE they're lying when they say they don't think of AEW as competition. Well, you wanted them to be competition. Now they're being treated like competition, which is good. I like this. I think this is great. So I heard about this and I was like, good. Now force Tony Khan to either sack up or step aside. Get it done. Yes, exactly. Free enterprise. OTS Tribal Queen, 100%. And that's professional wrestling, man. That's the way it works.
Yep.
So you either adapt or you die. So balls in Tony Khan's court. Another good thing, another good for you though, Zack Sabre Jr. has won the G1 Climax tournament. Gets an automatic contract to challenge for the world title if they had half a brain. Exactly. He's in a business. It's not a hobby. It's a business. Exactly. But Zack Sabre Jr., I love the guy. He's one of my favorite wrestlers working today. In my opinion, he's the best technical wrestler out there right now, especially if Bryan Danielson does end up retiring. And it was the right call. To let him win. they were smart, they would build that company around this guy for the next couple of years, and try to make up some ground that they've lost. So it was a good G1. Zack Sabre Jr. definitely deserved to win it, and I'm happy about it. Big Daddy, real quick, said the good. Anything Gunther, Bronson Reed, and Braun Steiner, dude. I'm telling you, man. That's my right there. That's my new was it
Trinity?
Trinity, yeah. Dude, dude, at some point they got to give him his name back. They've got to give him his name back. I know the reasons and the excuses for it. Okay. They got to give him his name back. Let him be a damn Steiner. But Gunther, that, like I said, the best part of Raw this week was the exchange between Randy Orton and Gunther. I can't wait for that friggin' match. That match is going to be friggin' fire.
Do you want them to give him his name back and call him Vulture again, or keep it at Gunther?
I'd like to, but at this point, man, you know what? Gunther's starting to stick. Let him be Gunther. Okay, fine. I didn't like it either when it first happened. I thought it was dumb. But it is what it is. But you got 3 dudes right there that could be like those are your top heels right now. You know? Strap a rocket to him and just fly him to the moon. The bad, rest in peace, Alpha. Yep. The ugly Monet Banks persona. Dude, that whole thing was so freaking weird. Man. And I know I'm using that word a lot, but it was, because the promo she cut on television sucked balls. But then the promo she cut on X was good.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell's going on, man? It's like, just do that. Just act like that. I don't know. I'm not feeling it.
Back on point. What's your bad?
Yeah. My bad. Like you said, Alpha and I passing away at 81. But Pat McAfee leaving WWE announcers team. Look, whether you like Pat McAfee or you don't like him, he's the best announcer that they have on that freaking show. And he definitely he's the most entertaining part of the announce team. And when he leaves, everything ends up sucking. And I know a lot of people like they get real defensive when you point out that Michael Cole, you know, he's been around forever. He's been doing his job for a long time. He ain't one of the best, in my opinion. He's not one of the best. Pat McAfee adds that amount of color that needs to be added to that announce team. And when he leaves, it's noticeable.
Yep.
So yeah, not looking forward to that. He will be back January, I believe. But yeah, so yeah, you get ready for the announce team to start shuffling around again and everything to be just kind of crap. So that's my bad. And my ugly, it's actually kind of funny. It kind of echoes Maldacito here. Cody's booking. Cody is, it's all, I know, listen, I like Kevin Owens. I like that he's in the world title. He's in the world title rotation. There's no way that Cody's losing his belt to him. The match will be good, but the booking is weak. And it feels like Cody is being booked as a secondary concern to the bloodline.
Yep.
He's your world champ. He's not just your world champion. He's your undisputed world champion. He's got the OG belt. Okay. He's supposed to be the face of your company. He's supposed to be the guy that you're building the future around. And he's not.
Nope.
He's not. Like the fact when Roman came back, immediately everybody started losing their crap. And I get it. Like the bloodline storyline, people got a lot of skin in the game on that storyline. It's a good storyline. It's probably the best storyline in wrestling right now. If they put that kind of energy and that kind of thought behind booking Cody, you've got your guy for the next couple, at least the next 2 or 3 years. But you look at the matches he's had outside of him being booked against the bloodline, it's been lackluster. It has been.
That's why I would rather have seen them turn Orton heel and go after Cody Rhodes.
Yep. When they teased that, when they teased it, when he was looking at the belt, you know what I mean? That right there, they should start sowing the seeds right there, and that's what should happen. So that's what I really was hoping that that's what they're going to go for. But as soon as Roman showed back up, that was it. At this and this was the thing that we were afraid of. Now, does this mean that they're going to bury Cody? No. Does this mean that that they're going to be taking the belt off of him soon? I don't think so. But he's not the face of the company. Roman is the face of the company. He's still the face of the company, whether he's got the belt or not.
At this point, either can reunify both belts and move it to Raw, or move Cody to Raw and go through the SmackDown. So
Do something.
Because Cody's just not doing it for me. I'm more interested in Gunther versus Randy than I am in Cody versus whoever.
Dude, the two best things, like in my personal opinion, the two best things on the show right now, in WWE right now, is Gunther Randy and Punk McIntyre. That I'm more interested in those two feuds right now than anything else. I mean, yes, the bloodline, it's going to be good because there's so much, like I said, there's so much skin in the game on that. But as far as what they've built outside of that, Gunther Randy and Drew Punk are light years better than anything that they're doing with Cody right now. And like I said, he's your legitimate world champion. He's the guy with the belt that if you trace the lineage, it goes all the way back to the original world championship, WWF World Championship. So I don't get it. It's almost like they're afraid to book Cody as the megastar because they're worried that it's going to hamstring the bloodline storyline, which I think is ridiculous. But it is what it is. That's the way I feel about it. I feel like he's being Cody's being hamstrung by this whole thing. Montecito, thank you for a pre with my genius. Yep, no problem, bud. Big Daddy said, any thoughts on Ibushi potentially returning to AEW and possibly a reunion with Omega? I definitely think that when they come back, they're going to be coming back together.
Yeah,
because I think what's going to happen is they're going to come back. I know that Omega right now. Here's the thing. We'll talk about this more. He's not ring ready. I know that. There was a couple of reports that were put out in the last week or so, especially with heading into All In and all the excitement that's going to be built up around that. He started doing moderate working out. He's still having some abdominal pain because of the level of the surgery that was done, and he's not quite ready to get back in the ring yet. So I'm thinking we'll probably see him before the end of the year, but I don't think we're gonna see him in ring capacity in the next few months. I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah, that surgery's rough, man. That surgery is brutal. And I know that with him in particular, it was worse than they thought it was. They actually removed, I believe they moved like 12 inches of his intestine. So that's rough. That's the same thing that happened to Brock that ended his UFC career. So, but yeah, I definitely think, yeah, I know Ibushi's doing an indie show. I think, is he doing Bloodsport? I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But I know he's doing some indie dates. He's still technically under contract with AEW. And he said that when he comes back, he's talking, he was actually talking, saying that Kenny's making progress and that when they come back, they're probably gonna be coming back together. OTS Travel Queen said, kind of hard to compete with an interesting storyline group and legacy. No, I get it. And like I said, they've built that whole thing up for the last 4 years. That thing's, the bloodline storyline it's the biggest thing in wrestling. But if they, like I said, if they put that same kind of energy and that kind of thought behind booking Cody, he's Captain America. he's the guy that you like I said, you can build, that story with him is amazing, man. And that night in WrestleMania, the friggin' fans lost it. And ever since then, it's just been a downward slide. So, I know, my mom had a much, thank God, she had a much more minor version of that. I think they had to remove about 6 inches, but still, it's rough. It's a rough surgery, man. Diverticulitis is nothing to screw around with.
No.
Ibushi, is that the guy that looks like a giant baked potato with arms sticking out? No, Ibushi's like when he's healthy. Ibushi's one of the best in-ring workers there. He's crazy athletic.
Yeah, Ishii looks like a giant.
That's Tomohiro Ishii. Yeah, Ishii looks like a freaking fire plug. I love that dude though, man. He's a mean little shit.
Yeah, he is.
I love Ishii, man. He's one of those guys that you can't have a bad match with him.
He looks like Ralphie's brother. I can't put my arms down.
Yes. And then he's Cartman if Cartman could actually fight. So, but that's my GBU, and I'm worried about Cody's future, like at this point, but we got some good stuff to talk about going forward. Yeah, Ralphie.
What's the deal with when somebody wins a title in AEW, they got to change the belt?
Oh, you talking about the stupid crap with Jack Perry?
Jack Perry, and then freaking MJF changed the belt, and then
that guy. I'm gonna tell you right now,
anytime somebody wins the belt, they got to change it.
I like that Jack Perry went heel. I like that he went with the spoiled Hollywood brat persona. This current run right now is not doing anything for me with him. He's not doing the belt any help. The whole elite storyline right now sucks.
Were you happy? They actually wrestled this week, the Young Bucks.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Yeah, it was. Yeah. Thank God. It's about time. It's only been 4 months. I mean, my God. But yeah. So anyway, with that, let's go ahead and let's lead into Scorpio's. Yeah, Scorpio changed the belt, and so did Brody Lee changed it. He changed it from. Remember, he originally had the red strap. He changed it to the black strap. No, he didn't change it. They changed it after he got sick. They changed it after he died. But I know Miro changed it as well.
Yeah, MJF changed the strap on the world title when he was champion.
He changed
it from the international title to the U.S. title. It's like,
that's cool. That's a heel thing. I get that. That's fine.
Every time a heel he's got to change the title belt to something different.
Well, dude, think about that. Think about that period in WWE for about 7 years, where every time the world title changed hands, they changed the belt, and half the time it was something stupid.
Like now.
Well, yeah. I mean, remember when The Rock won the championship the last time? And they turned it into the Brahma Bull belt, and then the Fiend won, and they turned it into the friggin' flesh belt. And the only one that I actually liked because it fit with the character and it was kind of funny.
Daniel Bryan
was when Daniel Bryan made the hemp belt.
Yep.
So, yeah, I'm not a fan of the way they're booking Jack Perry. Yeah, Jungle Jackoff is actually a good name for him right now. But all right, let's go ahead and get into this, man, because we got a lot. There's a lot to go over on this. So AEW All In this weekend. All the shows are going to be coming from Cardiff. Yeah, the Technicolor rainbow belts that the Ultimate Warrior wore. He had like 6 different ones. So Dynamite and Rampage and Collision are all going to be from England this week. And then, of course, we've got All In on Sunday. let's go ahead and get into this. There is a 1 0-hour match that's been announced. There will be more going forward, obviously. Willow Nightingale and Tomohiro Ishii, the half-baked guy with his arm sticking out, versus Chris Statlander and Stokely Hathaway. I don't care about this match at all. Here's the thing. I like Chris Statlander. I like that she was Stokely Hathaway. I like that she's a heel. This match means nothing. It's filler. I like Willow Nightingale. I think she's got good upside. Her teaming with Tomohiro Ishii against Statlander and Stokely makes no damn sense. And Stokely Hathaway is not a wrestler, so it's gonna be 90% of it's gonna be Willow Nightingale and Chris Statlander. Probably having it would be a decent match if it was just the two of them.
Yeah. That'd
be a good match. And then Tomohiro Ishii is going to be chasing Stokely around and kill him when he finally gets a hold of him. Yeah, I don't care about this match. Yeah, I remember it was a perfect dude. He was literally like, and the colors that they chose for those warrior belts were some of the lamest shit. Like one of them was lime green. It was so bad. They tried so hard to make that guy a big deal. So the Casino Gauntlet match, there's one entry has been announced for it.
I thought they had 3.
Well, no, they had a 3-way to decide who was going to be the first entry.
Right, but those three guys
all
are in it.
All 3 of them are going to be in it.
Yeah.
But and it was actually a pretty damn good match, by the way. Obviously, of course,
Pockets won.
Look. I don't care for the gimmick. It's fine, but okay, he's a decent in-ring. He's a good in-ring worker. That match he had with Ospreay at the first Forbidden Door. Okay, I like the dude. I don't like that he's beating everybody and their freaking mother. But yeah, he is. Pockets is going to be entry number 1, and then you got Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong, who they need to just put them back together, please, God. Just put them back together. They're so good as a tag team. Let them. The kingdom is done. Okay, the Undisputed Kingdom is a failure. They booked them terribly. Nobody cares about them. Just put Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly back together as a tag team and let them kill people. Okay, let's get the tag team division back on track. You've got the best tag team division in professional wrestling, and it sucks right now. And it sucks. And a large part of that's because of the Bucks, is because of the Bucks. But the simple fact of the matter is tag team wrestling hasn't been booked the way it was the first 2 or 3 years in AEW.
And with that Casino Gauntlet, you could, I think he's ready to come back or close to it. Put Adam Cole in there and have 3 of those guys together.
Yeah, just create the Undisputed Era the way that they were in NXT. Book them the same way. For God's sake, enough of the dumb crap. These guys are too good to be just wasting them like this. So the Casino Gauntlet match, who do you think? All right, let's talk. We know the 3. I think there's going to be one. They're going to announce one more person. Yeah, tag team wrestling in both companies right now kind of sucks. AEW, I do have some faith that they are going to get things on track, especially if they do like permanently sign the Von Erichs. I was hoping they would get the Motor City Machine Guns. It does look like they're going to be losing the Lucha Brothers at some point. But they still have the best tag team division, I think, in professional wrestling, and it's not being booked well. But what surprises do we think? Casino Gauntlet matches is usually where, like, especially when it's on a pay-per-view, is when you get the surprise entries. You get the surprise debuts, things like that.
Well, we have Ricochet out there.
Ricochet's out there. Bobby Lashley's out there. Dominik Dijakovic's out there. Although I think did he sign officially with TNA?
I don't know.
I can't remember. We got people coming back, like you said. We could get Miro. We could get Adam Cole.
Hangman Adam Page could be in there.
Hangman. I think Hangman is going to be in there. I think Hangman's going to win it.
Yeah, you could have. He's a AAA Cruiserweight champion now. Matt Riddle could be there.
Matt Riddle. What's his name? I think Ricochet is kind of a lock for it. I think, like I said, Leo Rush was it last year, and then Ricochet. I think everybody's just waiting for him to show up, and I definitely think he's going to become. He's going to be hooked up with Ospreay. I think the big surprise is going to be Ricochet. I think he's going to be a surprise entry. You probably see some people from New Japan, a few people here and there. I'd like to see. I'm trying to think of somebody that could really change things up. I'd like to see someone like Jeff Cobb or like a Gabriel Kidd or somebody like it from New Japan. I know that lately AEW has been showed a little more reciprocity with New Japan. Some of their ladies are doing work in Stardom right now. So there's a little bit more movement there. I would like to see some more back and forth between them with the men. And I think Takeshita is going to be an entry as well. Because he just finished with the G1. Had a great showing in the G1, by the way. Dude's stock really went up. And that's a guy, again, another guy that really needs to be booked stronger.
Yeah, because you also got to look at it is like the winner of this match gets a title shot.
Yeah.
I don't want pockets.
No. I don't think he's going to win. I think I really do think it's going to be Hangman. I think this is going to be the vehicle where we get Hangman versus Swerve.
Yeah.
Again. Although that's going to create something interesting because when we get to the world title, I think the world title's changing hands.
Oof.
I really do. I think Tony Khan wants Bryan Danielson's DNA on that belt. I think they're gonna pull a Sting. I think he's gonna win, he's gonna vacate, and then they're gonna have a tournament to crown the new champion. You know, and I think that tournament will be the new Continental Classic. It'll be the next Continental Classic. Yeah, and because right now, what's her name? Jungle Boy's girl, Anna Jay. Anna Jay's over in Stardom right now, and she's having a good showing. So
good,
but it'll be. I mean, it's a gauntlet match, so it's going to be chaos.
Yeah,
there will be some interesting spots. I think Ricochet is going to make his appearance. He'll have a strong showing, but I think Hangman's going to be the surprise, the big winner there, and they're leading towards him versus Swerve. So, the London ladder match for the AEW World Trios Championship, the Bang Bang Gang, Juice Robinson is back. Thank God. Oh my God, I've missed that dude so much.
Juice has been there. Jay
White's been out. And they're better with him there.
Jay White's been out.
I know he has. Well, and Jay White's another one that could show up in the gauntlet match. Because his injury wasn't very, very severe. He was only going to be gone for about a month.
And I would not have a problem with Jay White winning it.
Nope. I wouldn't. Jay White needs to be in the title scene.
But anyways, the London Bridges match.
Yes. Juice Robinson and the Guns versus the House of Black, Malachi Black, Brody King, Buddy Matthews, the Patriarchy, Christian Cage, Nick Wayne, and Killswitch, and a mystery team that's going to be announced, I think, on Collision. I think they're going to have a deciding match on Collision that's going to decide who's going to be the final participant there. Look, man, I like Christian's doing his best work. This whole thing with him and Killswitch needs to come to a head.
Are they moving Collision? Because Collision's on Saturday. The pay-per-view's on Saturday, isn't it?
No, I believe the pay-per-view's on Sunday.
This is the 25th?
Yeah. Time, let's see, date. Yeah, Sunday the 25th.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, Collision's going to decide the last participant in that. I'm hoping it's going to be the friggin' Von Erichs.
With who?
With Dustin.
Okay. 12 people in a ring with ladders.
It's going to be crazy, dude. Again,
12.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know what, dude? Let him do the Freebird thing. I don't understand why they did that whole. I mean, I do know why they did it because they wanted to split the belts up. But yeah, dude, man, let them work like the Freebirds. I would like, me personally, I would like either put the trios belts back on the House of Black and give them some kind of relevancy because they're just languishing. They're not being used well. Or put them on the friggin' put them on the Bullet Club, put them on the Bang Bang Gang.
I don't see the patriarchy losing.
I do. I think we're gonna get Killswitch's turn. They've been teasing it for so long. This would be the time to do it because this would have some impact.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna, in my personal opinion, that'd be the best way to do it. That'd be the best booking. Let that be how it costs them. Yeah. That's why we're not. We were talking like, do we want to stream it? And we're like, nope. it's like, no thanks, man.
Yeah, but that's tough to pull off 12 people in the ring.
It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be absolute chaos, man.
With the ladders.
Yeah. It's gonna be nuts. But I think if it were me, man, I'd put it on if it is the Von Erichs and Dustin, that'd be my choice. If not, then give it to the. I mean, they had him already, but they didn't let him do anything with it, or put it on the House of Black. Yeah. Try to do something with those belts and make them matter. AEW World Tag Team Championship, FTR versus the Acclaimed versus the Young Bucks. I never thought I'd say this. I don't care who wins this match as long as it's not the Bucks. I still think FTR are the best tag team in the world. They have been booked like absolute dog crap the last couple of months. And I know Dax is a company guy. He's trying to help everybody out. He's talking up the company. I know that's rubbing some people the wrong way. I still think FTR are the best tag team in the world. The Acclaimed are better now that they're not so goofy. The Bucks gotta go.
Yes.
Get the damn belts off of them as quickly as you possibly can. Whatever they're going to do, even if it's just a run in, let Kenny and Ibushi cost them the belts and then build towards something when they do friggin' come back or something like that. Let Kenny be the enforcer for Tony Khan, which Christopher Daniels is supposed to be, but apparently isn't. Yeah, God, that whole storyline sucks. It sucks so bad. It makes no damn sense. But just please, for the love of God, get the damn belts off the Bucks.
Yes.
Get them off the Bucks. I get the feeling that it's going to be the Acclaimed. I think they're gonna end up with the win, and then it's going to be the Acclaimed versus FTR going forward. Which, okay, that's even as weekly as they've been booked. It's better than their belts being off TV for 4 months. So
I agree. I think the Acclaim will win.
Yeah, I think the Acclaimed will win. And honestly, I would like to see the Acclaimed go on to feud with the Guns and then have Daddy Ass turn on him and join back up with his boys. I think that whole storyline's kind of run its course. So here's my hope. Jesus, I hope you're listening. Get the belts off the Bucks for the love of God. I'm picking the Acclaim. Frank's picking the Acclaim. All right, FTW Championship, another belt I don't give a shit about. Hook versus Chris Jericho. I think Jericho is going to win. Jericho doesn't like to lose on pay-per-view. And in this feud, in this whole thing, he's been, I don't care for the learning tree gimmick he's doing. Like I said, he stole it. I think they missed a golden opportunity with to build those other guys up. I don't care for this whole goofy gimmick that Jericho's doing. Hook has been better. I still think he's a long way to go. I think AEW needs I know they got a ton of belts, but there's one belt that I think that they've needed for a long time, and that's a junior heavyweight or light heavyweight championship. And I think Hook that's the division that Hook belongs in. He doesn't need to be beating guys like Samoa Joe. So,
isn't his contract about up
with Hook?
Yeah.
I think he's he's good all the way through till sometime next year. I might be wrong about that. I don't know. I'll tell you what though, when he is done, like I said, I love Taz. I think Hook's got a good future. He needs to bulk up a little bit, but dude, send that guy to NXT. NXT would do him a lot of good. Hook and dive, that wouldn't be bad. That would actually leg kick. That's good. I'll buy that. I'll buy that right there. That would be a good feud for that. See, stuff like that. Him versus Pockets. That works. Okay. Give me anybody that's 200 pounds and under. Okay. He doesn't need to be beating the crap out of people like Joe. He doesn't need to be beating guys like Big Bill and Wardlow. Okay. Those guys should be killing him. But it is what it is. I think Chris Jericho's winning this. What do you think?
I think Hook takes the title back.
Do you?
I do.
I wish, regardless of what happens, enough with this pseudo title. Either make it an official title, like it's a hard, because FTW rules is basically hardcore rules. Just make it your hardcore championship, and book it as such. This pseudo title thing is just dumb. But no, I think I disagree with you. I think like I said, Jericho doesn't like losing on pay-per-view. And as diminished as he is, I think he's still got a lot of stroke. So we're in disagreement on that one. Coffin match for the TNT Championship, Darby Allin versus Jack Perry. I don't care. I like Darby Allin. He's another dude that if you're gonna have a guy beating the big guys, then somebody who wrestles like Darby, who basically uses his entire body like a damn weapon, that works better than just having them outright beat him. That being said, I still think he's too small. I think he needs to be in like I said, AEW needs a junior heavyweight championship. A light heavyweight championship. It should be a fun match. Darby's fun to watch. He is fun to watch. Jack is better in the ring than he's been in a while. I just don't care about the way they booked him. I think he's just annoying. The TNT Championship, they need to put that belt on somebody that could elevate it. I mean, he's defended that belt what, twice maybe?
I think so.
It's like you got all these belts, you're barely defending any of them. It's stupid. They defend the world title almost every week. And you haven't defended your tag titles in 4 months. You've barely defended what was one time your second biggest title. It's freaking dumb. I think Jack wins this.
I agree. I think you're not taking that title off of Jack Perry anytime soon.
Yeah, especially since he made his goofy friggin' self-forged belt.
Yeah.
So the suck continues. What I'm predicting to be the match of the night, AEW American Championship, which is actually the International Championship. Will Ospreay versus MJF. I think MJF wins. I think Ospreay. I think here we could get another. We could get another surprise show. Someone showing up. If it was me again? Since his best work was done when the two of them were together, I'd have Wardlow come back as MJF's muscle. If you're not going to book him, like a decent big man on his own, make him a bodyguard. Make him a bodyguard again, and let him show up and let him kill him. And then moving forward, we can get Ospreay versus. Oh my God, my connection just went to crap. We can get Ospreay versus Wardlow. We can get some kind of movement get Wardlow out there and get him doing something. It protects Ospreay by having MJF win through interference. Ospreay, he needs to be in the world title scene. But MJF keep the American champion and be the uber American heel. But I think I don't think they're going to put that belt on MJF just to have him pop it back after a couple months.
Do you think Kyle Fletcher comes out and costs Ospreay the match?
I can see that. I definitely think Don Callis is going to get involved in some way, shape, or form. I could see Kyle coming out to try to help Will, and then him getting beat down by the rest of the Callis family. What I would like to see, since he's now part of the Callis family, I'd like to see Roosh come out and kill somebody. Like Roosh, that's another way you could do it. You could have like Don comes out like he's there to cheer Will on, and then Roosh gets in the ring and murders him. And then Kyle's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? That's my friend. And then the rest of the Callis family beats him down. And we get Ospreay's new faction with him, Kyle, and Ricochet. I'd be down for that.
I think MJF retains as well.
Yeah. They're not going to put that belt on him just to take it off of him that soon. What should be a much bigger match than it is, but like I said, we're gonna talk about this one. TBS Championship: Britt Baker versus Mercedes Moné. Dude, at this point, is Mercedes Moné? I'm gonna have to say that Mercedes Moné has been largely a bust. I don't think she's been. The matches that she's had have been good. Her promo work is awful. It's been terrible. And, granted, she's never been a particularly great promo. When she did do promos in WWE, they were writing them for her. Tony needs to hire somebody to write them for her again, or just do what she did when she was on Twitter and be spontaneous about it. When she tried, she's one of those people when she tries to structure a promo, she sucks. But when she just talks, she's fine. And the fact that the way that they've booked her, the way that she's come out, the promos that she's cut, they have killed any excitement with this match. This match should be a much bigger deal than it is. I think, honestly, I think Mercedes retains. I don't think she's going to drop the belt. I think Camille's going to be the deciding factor in her winning versus Britt. But honestly, this feud is cold. It's cold. Yeah, I agree. I agree with JD. This feud, this is the coldest feud in wrestling right now. It's non-existent. And they're pushing it like it's a big deal, but it doesn't feel like it. What do you think?
I can see what's her name? Britt's accomplice coming out.
Camille?
No. Britt's.
Oh. Jamie Hayter?
Jamie Hayter.
I think that's definitely going to happen. I think that's what's going to happen is
I think Jamie comes out to neutralize Camille.
Yeah. I think she comes out to save Britt from the beatdown from Camille. But I think Camille's going to cost Britt the match, and then Camille and Mercedes are going to beat Britt down, and then Jamie's going to run in and make the save.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, but you're not taking off the title off Mercedes yet.
No. Maldacito said Tony needs to spend the catch to get Hulk Hogan's American Made entrance song from WCW for MJF just for his show. Dude, correct me if I'm wrong, but in the deal that Hogan got with them, that he's like Hogan owns the Hulk Hogan name and everything now. Like he owns all that. Doesn't he own the song too?
I don't know about that.
I know the original was done by Rick Derringer, right?
Yes.
So I don't know who owns the dude. It'd be worth it just to get it for one night. Because did you see when he was cutting that promo when he showed up at Rev Pro? And he was literally like his promo was literally the lyrics from Real American. Dude, it was freaking hilarious. Dude, I don't give a crap what anybody says. Heel MJF is the best MJF, man. He's the best MJF.
Yes.
Like it's like AEW should study all old NWA feuds, jumping in the back, attack in the ring, costing titles, etc. Get stories going between two guys and stick with it. Roosh versus Hangman, awesome. Yeah, I'm 100% behind that, man. Dude, like that's the kind of stuff that needs to happen. That's how, like you said, that's how you build storylines. Okay. I don't know why. Here's the thing. And this is why I say that Cody was a much bigger impact on things than people think he was. The first couple of years, the one thing that AEW did better than pretty much anybody at that time was long-term booking, long-term storytelling. It was good back then. And then the last couple of years, it's been shit. So Roosh versus Hangman would be pretty awesome, but Hangman's kind of like he's not quite a heel, but he's close. He's about as heelish as a tweener can be right now. But yeah, so that's. But I agree with you, man. I think that's the way they need to go. But I think MJF. I think Mercedes wins this, and I think we do get the return of Jamie Hayter.
Please,
building towards that.
please.
Yeah, please, God. Do something with it and hire amount. Either hire somebody to talk for Mercedes, or get someone to write a promos for her because she sucks.
Yeah, because if you want to continue the even after Britt Baker loses, you want to continue it because, hey, she didn't lose legitimately
Yeah.
Because Camille was there. Then get Jamie Hayter to equalize it, and then you can have
like a tag match down the line or something like that.
But Britt can have her equalizer to go along with Camille for Mercedes.
Yeah. Tweener, I don't even know her. AEW Women's Championship, Timeless Tony Storm versus Mariah May. I got Mariah May winning this.
Yeah, new champion.
And new AEW Women's Champion, World Champion, Mariah May. Thanks to Mina Shirakawa, who goes, she's here, she's backstage, she's back, and she's there.
Yep.
So that's gonna be how they protect Tony in defeat. But yeah, I predict Mariah May is going to win the AEW Women's World Championship. Funny enough, this storyline between Tony Storm and Mariah May is the best storyline in AEW.
It is.
Let that sink in for a minute. It's the best storyline in AEW right now. It's like, what the hell, man? And it's a good women's storyline, man. It's a good storyline. It's like, of all the storylines going on, that's the best. What the hell? Get a feud with House of Black and the Elite. House of Black are tired of them and destroy the yes. 100%.
Whoever is in charge of the Tony Storm, Mariah May,
let them be the head booker from now on.
They should be working with
God.
Mercedes.
Ugh.
Mercedes, this is how you do it, okay?
Yeah.
Mina Tony and Mariah May.
Yeah, Mina is smoking hot, 100%, and she knows it, and it works. But yeah, I think Tony's done as champion. I think it's the Mariah May's time now, and yeah, gotta build her up as the new heel so that Jamie can challenge her and take back her title that she never actually lost.
Yeah, I think Mariah May is the hottest thing in AEW right now, just like Tiffany Stratton in WWE.
Yeah, in the women's division, yeah. That's another dude that I was thinking could show up in the gauntlet match. Is Scorpio Sky. And that's another dude that they haven't really Scorpio versus Ricky. Yeah, that would be a good match. That would be a really good match. But the AEW's roster is so big.
Both rosters are big.
Yeah. So, and that brings us to the final match, the final countdown, title versus career for the AEW World Championship, Swerve Strickland versus Bryan Danielson. So the way that they've been booking this thing, everybody thinks that Danielson is going to lose. I disagree. I think Tony Storm. I think Tony Khan. Yeah, Tony Storm. I think Tony wants Bryan Danielson's DNA on that title. And I think he's willing to do the Sting treatment to get it. I also think that he really wants Tony Khan really wants Bryan Danielson to sign a new contract to work behind the scenes at AEW. I know that after he's done with this match, he is going to be taking some time off. Bryan Danielson is going to be taking some time off. He said that more than likely before the end of the year, he's going to have surgery on his neck again. The reason being is that the original reconstructive surgery that they did when they told him that he could go back to wrestling, they didn't mean he could go back full tilt the way that he wrestles. Hey, Courtney. How you doing, girl? Appreciate you being here. Which is what he ended up doing. And as a result, his neck's not great. He needs more work. And when he does get that neck surgery, that is going to put him on the shelf for a while. But I do know that Tony Khan really, really likes working with Bryan Danielson. He likes his input behind the scenes. He made that statement, what was it, like a year and a half ago, where he said, if anything ever happens to him, put Bryan Danielson in charge. So, and I think Bryan Danielson is one of those guys, kind of like a Tommy Dreamer, who's like looking at the situation going, I don't have to be in the ring to be satisfied anymore. I like working behind the scenes. I like being a part of creative. I like, helping, build the next generation, et cetera, et cetera. And I can be fulfilled doing something like that. Like if you've listened to any of the interviews he's done. Now, granted, Bryan Danielson is really good at lying. he's really good at pulling swerves on people. No pun intended. So, but I think like just listening to those interviews and whatnot, I think he's 100% legit. And I think that when he's done, I don't know that this is going to be the last match that he ever wrestles, but I think he's definitely done being a regular contender in the ring.
Yes.
He also likes just being a dad, and he's like you said, his kids are at that age now where they're old enough that you can do a lot of stuff with them, you build a lot of memories with them.
He doesn't want to be a cripple.
You still got years to build that up before you get to the point where your kids don't want you around anymore.
Right.
So I think, but I really do think that he wants, like, Tony Khan wants Bryan Danielson connected to that belt. Like I said, I agree with the cruiserweight title. Have a huge tournament. AEW has a deep lightweight. Oh, dude, they've got so many guys that are under 200. That are like if you go with the 205-pound rule, they've got so many guys that are under that weight class that can go. You could have an awesome cruiserweight or light heavyweight division, man. No, I don't think he'll ever be done with wrestling, with the wrestling business 100%. But I think that he's at that point where he's ready to transition behind the scenes and not have his body get the crap kicked out of it every friggin' week. So, and even if you wanted to still have him on the air as an on the air persona, he could just be he could take over the role that William Regal was filling. But yeah, I think that in this instance right here, I think Bryan Danielson is going to win. I think he's going to win. He's going to become the AEW World Champion. Then they're going to have a tournament, and I think what they're going to do is, I think Hangman's going to win he's going to win the gauntlet. He's going to win the Casino Gauntlet match, which allows him to challenge. Bryan Danielson's going to win the title, and then they're going to do something where we're going to have a tournament to decide, and the first entrance in the tournament is Swerve Strickland, and then Hangman's going to be like, that's bullshit. I just won. I should get my, like, why? How come I'm not going to get my title shot? They could do a storyline like that where you build the tournament around those two guys. So in the end, you get the two of them. So,
like Courtney said, he could lose it at All Out, which is 2 weeks later.
Yeah, or just step away like Sting did. Commentary, I can see him doing that too. Danielson teaching Dynamite Kid would be an awesome kind of promo to boost Tommy and maybe his brother. Dude, I'd love to. Dude, I want to see him. I want to see him take the whole angle of the BCC and just ramp that thing up, man. And the BCC becomes like the new varsity club, taking these young guys and building them up and turning them into something. What's with Hangman's hair and beard? He looks like a Northwest lesbian. Come on, man. It doesn't look that bad. I think they went with they're trying to go with a darker look for him. But yeah, no, I think that's what's going on there. But yeah, that's what I would do. Especially because, like I said, I know that Tony wants Bryan Danielson's name connected to that belt. But that's going to be a good match. It's going to be it's potentially his last match, at least for a very, very long time. One of the two matches I'm really looking forward to. But
I think Strickland retains.
You think Strickland retains?
Yep.
You don't think now the other thing that someone said could happen is that Hangman could come out and cost him the match. That Hangman could cost Swerve. It's like, if I can't have the belt, you can't have. Like they're saying, like if Hangman is in the gauntlet and he loses, and he's like so desperate to make sure that Swerve isn't the world champion, that he comes out and he causes that, and that causes Bryan Danielson to say, you know what? I didn't legitimately win this. I said it was going to be my last match. I'm going to keep my promise to my daughter. I'm vacating the belt. Let's do a tournament. You know, you could do it like that as well. But I really think that Bryan Danielson's going to win this, but we'll see. We will see. And that's the card. Like I said, there'll probably be some extra stuff on the 0 hour. Don't really care.
And you've already got a match set up for All Out. Pac challenging the winner of the MJF Will Ospreay match.
Yep. I think, like I said, I think MJF's going to win that, and then it'll be him versus Pac, which would be cool because I like Pac. And anyway, guys, that's our predictions. Should be good. It's good. Like I said, booking aside, it's going to be a good show because they're almost always good shows.
Yeah, drop a link message in our thing there and let us know who you think is going to win these matches.
Yeah, after the live stream posts, yeah, Pac is another who should be in for the title. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of guys that should be in the rotate at least in the rotation. Even if you're not going to put the belt on them, they should be in the rotation for the world title. They're too good not to be. So
drop your predictions, drop some questions, things you like us to talk about, things you like, things you don't like.
Yeah.
Any this is all about you. We do this for you.
Yep.
So,
and we like hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, you let us know what you'd like to see.
But anyway, that's the show this week, guys. I want to thank everybody that was here. Leg Kick, Courtney, Maldacito, Big Daddy,
Miss Saren.
Trying to make sure that I didn't miss OTS Tribal Queen. Appreciate all of you guys stopping by here, guys. And watch the show and tell us what you think.
And Johnny, you mentioned Johnny.
Yep, Johnny. Keep your mom in our prayers, and hope she's okay, man. But take care, everybody, and we will see you guys next week. Bye.